Hello. Welcome back to my channel, IndieAuthor Jill. If you're new here, I'm IndieAuthor Jill, and I read and review indie-authored or self-published books. Today we are looking at Lacey Goes to Tokyo, and uh, if you're not new here, then you know that I only review books if I actually enjoyed reading the book, because my goal is for the indie authors and self-published authors to have something else to use for their marketing for their books. But if you want to know how well I like a book, let's just say this is got another book. Uh, this is Lacey Goes to Tokyo. The next one is Damon Goes to Peru. And if you think that I'm not gonna go and buy that one, you're out of your ever loving mind, because I'm absolutely buying that. It is on its way now, apparently. Um, so the website says, but yes, it's already ordered. But so Lacey Goes to Tokyo by C.H. Lin. Um, I It's not enough for me to have Lacey Goes to Tokyo and Damon Goes to Peru. I need a story from every single one of the girls in Miss Belle's traveling um, guide business. Uh, So, I may or may not have the author chained up downstairs in my basement uh, with promises of letting them have their freedom as soon as they're done with all of the books. It's a luxury basement, so don't worry. They've got a sauna, pool, hot tub, full bathroom with a jet, with like, what are those jacuzzi jets? I now need to get my husband to make me such a basement, because now I kind of actually want a luxury basement. No, uh, I, I, I'm kidding. I actually do not have anybody chained up in my basement for legal reasons. Uh, but no. So, oh my gosh, Miss Belle's got a business. Okay. She has a manor in New York, and um, she runs her business out of this manor. What business does she run? Well, that depends on who's asking. If it's the police or any other law enforcement individual, then that would be a travel guide business. They write blogs, they write books, they um, have excellent restaurant recommendations, Um, as a matter of fact, for all intents and purposes, Lacey is in Tokyo to explore the area and tell you exactly where to go, especially the museum in Tokyo, which is great, but you would be absolutely unrealistic to think that you could see the entire thing in one go. So, her travel tip is to simply be realistic, go through and see what the museum has to offer, and rather than try to take it in all in one day, pick out the things that you're most interested in seeing, and then that way you get to see the things you want to see, and you're not wasting your time with the things that you could have gone your whole life without seeing. Um, if you ask certain prominent businessmen, she runs an escort service. So Lacey is in town to keep a business CFO company during a very arduous week-long conference and meeting. Um, and if you ask a very, very select few group of people, uh, those that are actually in the know, uh, she runs a business. Her girls are actually spies and assassins. They don't actually kill anyone without necessity, but they will if necessary. It's not a problem. So yeah, I absolutely dig Lacey. She's a Beatles fan, which, I mean, how do you not love a Beatles fan? Honestly. So she's her parents died when she was young, which kind of sort of put her in the foster care system, but her grandmother took her in. Um, Her grandmother also took in another little girl from the foster care system, Amanda, and um, Amanda basically became a there was no question in Lacey's mind that Amanda was her sister. Like, they may not have the same parents or anything, but as far as she was concerned, Amanda was her sister. When her grandmother developed cancer and got sick, Lacey and Amanda were once again thrown into the foster care system, and the uh, caseworker was kind enough that they fortunately got placed in the same home. Unfortunately, the person they got placed with was an absolute crap of a person who basically prostituted Lacey out. And the deal was that if Lacey complied, he wouldn't touch Amanda and he wouldn't force Amanda into the same line of work. Even when she was 18 and she could have left, she couldn't because Amanda was 6 years younger than her, and she could have left, but then Amanda would have been left behind. And the deal was, you stay and continue doing the work, and Amanda stays safe, basically. Um, then Lacey ended up somehow getting taken out of that situation and placed with Miss Belle, who basically taught her how to be a spy and assassin. And um, most people don't really know that that's what Miss Belle's girls are. Um, you're either one or the other. You're either an escort or you are a travel guide, as far as the majority of the world knows. Nobody knows the other side of it, of being um, spies and whatnot. And um, Lacey seems to really enjoy the work she does. She enjoys finding the information to help out people that need the help, and that's basically what it is. Is their job comes down to uh, for the greater good, basically. Um, so Lacey ends up going to Tokyo as an escort to a man she had met when she was with the other person, with her, I assume, foster father, who originally sold her into prostitution when she was 16. Nathan was one of her clients during that time, and realizing what was going on with Lacey, he just felt like, I need to get her out of that situation. So he reveals to Lacey that he actually made the call and got Miss Belle to take notice of Lacey to get her out of that situation and be one of Miss Belle's girls as opposed to anybody else, and to work for anyone else. And Nathan is not the greatest guy in the world. He is the CFO of a company that is doing very shady work. And there's a part of me that feels like there's a part of me that is like, Nathan can't be as bad of a guy as he's being made out to be. There's got to be something more to him. Like, I almost feel, as I was reading this, I was like, I was like, I almost feel like there's got to be something more. They're like he knows what Lacey actually is, and he's like somehow making ways for her to do her job. Like, he wants to be found out. Um, I can't reveal without spoiling anything whether or not that is actually true or not. But um, as far as Lacey knows, Nathan doesn't know anything about what she actually is doing there. And so, whether or not, like I said, I can't tell you whether or not he actually does know what she's doing there and whether he's actually trying to help her and that he's actually a better guy than he's being portrayed as, or if he is exactly what he's being portrayed as, that tries to uh be nice. Because like, there are times when he seems to genuinely care about Lacey. Like, he is worried about her. That there are times when she gets scared when or when she's acting scared, when he is like, his instinct seems to be protect Lacey. Um, but then there are other times when, uh, like he Lacey is not a meat eater. She'll eat fish, but she doesn't like eating like pork and beef and whatnot. And it annoys Nathan to where he keeps trying to get her to um, eat meat, despite the fact that she doesn't want to. And so he gets annoyed and kind of gets into a mood. And so then she has to um, stroke his ego and get him out of his funk to keep him lighthearted and keep him talking and give her the information she needs. And so, but there's sometimes where it feels like there are times when it feels like she should have gotten caught and she didn't. And it's one of those, did she not get caught because he was like, he caught her, but he didn't want her to know he caught her? Or, um, so there's, I like that you just really never know what side of the fence Nathan actually falls on. But Miss Belle is not above putting herself in the line of fire either. Um, and she's got like a million and one different fires in the pan that she's trying to control. Her brother has recently got married, and she talks about the him getting married to his husband and then having a beach wedding, which is absolutely perfect. I love a beach wedding. Um, but she goes to a gala in New York, and she is schmoozing with the vice president. And the reason she's schmoozing with the vice president is because he's trying to pass a bill that is incredibly homophobic and basically making gay marriage legal. And she's like, I need to get on the end so that I can make sure that this bill never even hits the floor. And so for her, her schmoozing to the vice president has ulterior motives, but all her brother sees is the pictures of her schmoozing with the vice president. And he's like, what the heck? Why would you want to be friends with that guy when you know what he's trying to do to people like me? And she's like, I can't explain this to you because to do so would be to tell you what I do, what I actually do for a living. And like the police are already constantly watching. There's constantly a panel van outside the house, and it keeps trading. Sometimes it's an electrician, sometimes it's a plumber, and she's like, yes, because who wouldn't call a plumber at 2 o'clock in the morning to come and fix up pipe? Like, come on, guys. And she's like, heaven forbid their funding ever increase enough to where they could actually get any evidence on me. Um, but what I one of the things I love about this book, I will show you this. Um, at the beginning of every uh be at the end at the beginning of every uh well, not at the beginning of every chapter, but most um uh chapters have Mrs. Bell's traveling tips. Um see if I can find a good one, because like a lot of them are like really good tips. Like if you get delays are part of travel, so don't panic, take a breath, go find something to eat, and do some good old fashioned people watching. Um, she says, oh, here's one. There's a few helpful rules for the traveling portion of a vacation. If it's a short flight, save money on cheap seats. If the plane is in the air for more than 5 hours, splurge on something comfortable. Always bring snacks, but be smart about it. Don't pack your world famous egg salad sandwich. I promise no one will thank you for sharing that smell. Um, but then there are some that also um, are very much like kind of apropos for her specific kind of business. So, for instance, the tip for preparing for the journey. Don't leave clothes in the wash or dishes in the sink. The smell is gross. But if you also don't want a bunch of chores to do, but you also don't want to have a bunch of chores to do when you get home. This is actually something that my husband and I do every time we go on a trip. We make sure the kitchen is completely clean, dishes are done, even the trash gets taken out and put into a metal bin inside his workshop where animals can't get to it while we're gone. Put clean sheets on your bed before you leave. This will make collapsing at the end of your trip much more enjoyable. Very true, especially if you're going on a holiday and you're going to be coming back, and it's like when we go to Thanksgiving up to Massachusetts, we will go ahead and decorate the house before we leave for Christmas and put the Christmas uh, bed sheets and whatnot on the bed. And then that way, when we come home, we don't have to worry about, well, it's already in the Christmas decorating season. I don't have to worry about Christmas decorating. It's already done. I can just come home, throw my clothes in the laundry, and crawl into bed. Make sure plants are watered and general clutter is cleaned up. If someone is watching your house and or pet, leave a list of instructions. Even if you've already told them everything, a list will help make sure they remember the little things each day. Store weapons, equipment, anything that we can call probable cause in a secure place. Having your house sitter find your ammo cache probably won't end well. Set lights on a timer. It'll look like someone is at home at different times of the day. This helps limit the potential for break-ins and frustrates police surveillance. If no one's watching your house, let a trusted neighbor know you'll be out of town. If they can collect your mail, a full mailbox several days in a row is a good dead giveaway that no one's home. Suspend newspaper delivery for the time you're gone. A stack of papers on the curb is another sign that your home is vacant. Make sure someone you trust has an itinerary of where you will be. Try to check in periodically and always use a burner. Tracing a call is almost instantaneous, no matter what Hollywood says. Have a secure home base waiting for you. Um, so yeah, um, I like like I said, some of them are very um good tips for everyday living, and some of them are very good tips for if you are running a business where the women are spies who are pretending to be escorts, who are pretending to be travel guides. So, um, like I said, I'm definitely getting the next book in the series, and I will be making the Damon Goes to Peru is the only one right now that is available. So I will be keeping an eye on out for the next ones that come out too. This is definitely a series I want to continue. Um, Also, this is available uh, in paperback, hardback, ebook, but also available in in audiobook. So you have your options on that one. Um, Lacey is definitely going to be my rogue for her kid 3.0. But that is all I've got for you guys for now. Link will be in the description down below. And let's see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things. And what would be a good thing for Lacey? Lacey really likes makeup, but we already did lipstick for another book. And we've done a high heel. You know what? Let's do. I'm not even. You know what? Let's. If you just want to let me know that you made it this far, or that you were here, just leave an emoji of a cell phone. That way, Lacey has a way of calling home. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.